Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. Terry McLaurin's contract dispute with the Washington Commanders has escalated into a full-blown standoff, leaving both sides entrenched in their positions. The star wide receiver, who has been the team's most consistent offensive weapon since his 2019 draft, is seeking a lucrative extension that reflects his elite status. However, the Commanders are hesitant to commit long-term to a player approaching his 30s, citing concerns about the longevity of wide receivers beyond that age. This philosophical divide has led McLaurin to request a trade, a move that has yet to yield any resolution. The Commanders' reluctance to offer a substantial extension is rooted in data-driven decision-making. Analytical models suggest that wide receivers over 30 often experience a decline in performance, making long-term investments risky. While McLaurin counters that his limited college workload has preserved his physical condition, the team's front office remains unconvinced. This clash of perspectives underscores the complexities of modern NFL contract negotiations, where analytics often trump individual circumstances. Despite McLaurin's impressive track record, including 5 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, the Commanders are hesitant to base future contracts on past performance. Instead, they focus on projections for players aged 31 and beyond seasons, a strategy that has led to a stalemate. This approach reflects a broader trend in the NFL, where teams are increasingly cautious about committing significant resources to aging players. For McLaurin, this philosophy feels dismissive of his consistent excellence and leadership. The situation is further complicated by McLaurin's current status on the physically unable to perform (PUP) list, stemming from an ankle injury. While he attended a recent intra-squad scrimmage, his absence from practice raises questions about his commitment and the team's offensive prospects without him. The Commanders' offense, led by rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, struggled in a scrimmage, highlighting the potential impact of McLaurin's absence. His presence, or lack thereof, could significantly influence the team's performance in the upcoming season. From the Commanders' perspective, they hold leverage in this dispute. McLaurin is still under contract for the 2025 season, and the team could choose to franchise tag him in 2026, potentially at a cost exceeding $30 million. This strategy would allow the team to retain control over McLaurin's future while delaying a long-term commitment. However, such a move could further strain relations with the player and his representatives. The broader NFL landscape also plays a role in this standoff. Recent contract extensions for wide receivers have been modest, especially for players over 30. For instance, Mike Evans secured a 2-year deal worth $41 million, a figure that falls short of McLaurin's expectations. This trend reflects a league-wide reluctance to invest heavily in aging wideouts, making McLaurin's demands appear increasingly ambitious. Despite these challenges, McLaurin's desire to remain with the Commanders is evident. He has expressed frustration with the lack of progress in negotiations, but has not publicly rescinded his trade request. His leadership and consistent performance make him a valuable asset, and his preference is to continue his career in Washington. However, the team's unwillingness to meet his financial expectations may force him to reconsider his options. The Commanders' front office faces a delicate balancing act. They must weigh the value of retaining a top-tier receiver against the financial implications of a long-term contract. Additionally, they must consider the potential impact on team morale and performance if McLaurin is not part of the roster. This decision will have lasting ramifications for the team's future and could set a precedent for handling similar situations in the future. As the season approaches, the urgency to resolve this dispute intensifies. The Commanders must decide whether to meet McLaurin's demands, trade him, or risk starting the season without one of their most dynamic players. Each option carries its own set of challenges and potential consequences. The resolution of this standoff will not only affect the team's performance, but also send a message about how the organization values its players and navigates complex contract negotiations. In conclusion, the Terry McLaurin saga encapsulates the evolving dynamics of NFL contract negotiations. It highlights the tension between player performance age, and financial considerations. As both sides dig in their heels, the outcome remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that this situation will have significant implications for McLaurin's career and the Commanders' future. The coming weeks will be critical in determining the next chapter in this unfolding story. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Tyreek Hill's move to the Washington Commanders has sent shockwaves across the NFL landscape, and whispers of this historic signing have begun to dominate locker room conversations, sports talk shows, and social media platforms alike. Sources suggest that Hill's contract, reportedly one of the most lucrative in the league for a wide receiver, could redefine the team's offensive strategy for years to come. Analysts are speculating that this isn't just a player acquisition, it's a statement of intent from the Commanders, signaling that they are ready to compete at the highest level. Fans are buzzing with excitement, imagining Hill's unparalleled speed and playmaking ability lining up with the team's existing stars. Rumors hint that internal discussions within the franchise considered multiple scenarios before finalizing the deal, with Hill's versatility as a game changer being a decisive factor. Social media feeds are flooded with clips of Hill's most iconic plays, fueling excitement and anticipation. Insider chatter suggests the front office is already planning offensive schemes designed to maximize Hill's explosive talent, potentially transforming the team into one of the most feared units in the league. Speculation continues that Hill's presence could attract other high-profile players to the Commanders, creating a ripple effect in free agency. Commentators are debating whether this move signals a shift in the franchise's long-term vision or is a calculated gamble on immediate impact. The rumor mill is relentless, hinting that Hill's signing could also inspire a fresh marketing push, energizing the fan base and boosting ticket sales across the stadium. Ultimately, the excitement surrounding Tyreek Hill in Washington is palpable, with every segment of sports media dissecting the implications of this unprecedented move, making it one of the most talked about stories of the offseason. Inside the team's complex, sources whisper that Hill's arrival is already influencing the dynamics among players and coaching staff. Teammates are reportedly eager to learn from Hill's elite-level expertise, and some speculate that veteran leaders are planning to integrate his speed and field awareness into existing playbooks. Rumors indicate that Hill has been involved in preliminary meetings to discuss offensive adjustments, hinting that the coaching staff sees him as more than just a deep threat receiver. Analysts have started drawing comparisons with previous high-profile signings in the NFL, debating whether Hill's move could inspire a dynasty-building moment for the Commanders. Fan forums are ablaze with speculation, with posts discussing potential highlight reel plays and imagining how Hill's presence could alter defensive game plans across the league. According to insider chatter, the front office views Hill not only as a transformative talent on the field, but also as a catalyst for future negotiations with free agents and potential trades. Whispered discussions suggest that there are high expectations for Hill to integrate quickly, and some rumors even hint at specialized training programs tailored to his unique skill set. Social media analysts have been dissecting Hill's previous game footage, speculating on how his acceleration, route running, and finishing ability could mesh with the Commanders' existing roster. Some suggest that Hill's signing could shift the balance of power in the division, with rival teams bracing for a new, faster, and more dynamic challenge on the field. Ultimately, every corner of the sports world seems to be watching, waiting, to see if this rumored transformation will live up to the historic contract that Hill has reportedly secured. Speculation surrounding Tyreek Hill's impact extends beyond tactical adjustments, with murmurs of potential cultural shifts within the Commanders' locker room gaining traction. Sources suggest that Hill's professional approach and competitive mindset might inspire younger players, influencing practice routines, conditioning standards, and overall team mentality. Rumors hint that coaches are considering adjusting play-calling philosophies to emphasize explosive plays, perhaps even creating new offensive sets designed around Hill's unmatched speed and agility. Insider whispers point to ongoing conversations between the coaching staff and front office about the long-term implications of his signing, especially in terms of salary cap management and roster construction. Fan communities have been abuzz, debating the psychological advantage of having a player of Hill's caliber in the lineup, with some predicting that opposing defenses might start scheming exclusively to contain him, opening opportunities for his teammates. Analysts are pondering whether Hill's presence could elevate the entire offensive unit's confidence, potentially boosting the quarterback's performance and reshaping the team's identity. Behind closed doors, whispers indicate that leadership discussions are underway to ensure Hill's integration doesn't disrupt chemistry, but rather enhances it. Social media speculation continues to fan the flames, with highlight reels of Hill's past performances circulating alongside theoretical scenarios of explosive matchups against division rivals. Industry insiders are quietly suggesting that Hill's signing might also have indirect effects on coaching strategies league-wide, as teams scramble to develop countermeasures against his electrifying skill set. Ultimately, the rumor mill portrays Hill not just as a player, but as a potential cultural cornerstone capable of redefining the Commanders' competitive ambitions for seasons to come. Sources close to the team are hinting that Tyreek Hill's signing could influence ticket sales and merchandise in ways previously unseen, with whispers of special fan events, limited edition apparel, and interactive experiences in the stadium gaining traction. Rumors suggest that marketing executives see Hill as a rare opportunity to attract not only die-hard fans, but also casual observers who might be drawn to his reputation as one of the fastest and most dynamic receivers in the NFL. Industry insiders speculate that this could translate into increased revenue streams, sponsorship deals, and national exposure, further solidifying the Commanders' profile as a team to watch. Behind the scenes, sources claim that Hill has been participating in media training and promotional activities, fueling speculation that his presence could become central to the franchise's public image. Analysts are already predicting that highlight reels featuring Hill could dominate broadcast, social media, and streaming platforms, potentially reshaping how fans interact with game day content. The rumor mill also suggests that rival teams might feel pressure not only on the shielded field but in the market space, facing challenges in fan engagement as the Commanders capitalize on Hill's star power. Whispers imply that executives are exploring fan-focused campaigns, including exclusive meet and greet opportunities, digital content series, and potential charitable initiatives led by Hill. Observers note that these behind-the-scenes maneuvers hint at a broader strategy to cement Hill's role as both a player and a brand ambassador, potentially creating a legacy beyond touchdowns and yards. Social media chatter continues to build, with every new rumor about potential promotions or stadium events further amplifying excitement. Overall, the suggestion that Hill's impact could extend off the field underscores the multifaceted implications of this historic signing, hinting at an era where athletic performance and market influence intersect in unprecedented ways. The buzz around Tyreek Hill also extends to possible effects on team chemistry, with insiders speculating that his arrival could alter leadership dynamics within the Commanders' locker room. Rumors suggest that veteran players are discussing how to integrate Hill seamlessly, considering not just his athletic gifts but also his personality, work ethic, and influence on younger teammates. Analysts are debating whether Hill's presence could serve as a catalyst for elevating overall team performance, potentially creating a domino effect that enhances both offensive and defensive strategies. Behind closed doors, whispers indicate that coaching staff are exploring ways to structure practice sessions that capitalize on Hill's explosive abilities while maintaining cohesion with existing playmakers. Fans are theorizing about potential on-field combinations, imagining Hill in synchrony with the quarterback and other receivers to produce highlight reel plays. Insider chatter hints at discussions regarding leadership roles, with speculation that Hill could emerge as both a vocal motivator and a subtle influencer, changing the locker room culture from within. Social media forums are abuzz with projections of potential playoff impacts, fueled by hypothetical scenarios in which Hill becomes the difference maker in close contests. Analysts are also exploring the psychological impact on opponents, suggesting that defensive coordinators may need to innovate rapidly to counter his speed and field vision. Ultimately, the rumors paint a picture of Hill as more than just a player. They suggest a transformational figure whose arrival could redefine internal dynamics, inspire elevated performance, and create a ripple effect influencing every facet of the Commanders' competitive approach. Insiders continue to speculate on the broader implications of Tyreek Hill's signing for the Commanders' season outlook, with whispers hinting at potential playoff ambitions previously considered out of reach. Rumors suggest that coaching staff are envisioning aggressive offensive schemes that place Hill at the center, potentially redefining matchups and forcing rival teams to adjust their defensive game plans entirely. Analysts are pondering how his combination of speed, agility, and route precision could disrupt traditional defensive setups, allowing for deeper penetration and greater scoring opportunities. Behind the scenes, whispers indicate that team strategists are considering how to integrate Hill in multiple roles, perhaps even experimenting with unconventional alignments to exploit his strengths. Fan speculation is rampant, with social media conversations envisioning thrilling scenarios where Hill could turn crucial games around with his trademark explosive plays. Industry insiders are quietly debating whether Hill's addition might inspire complementary moves in the draft or future free agency periods, hinting at a strategic ripple effect that could extend beyond a single season. Rumors also suggest that the team is prioritizing building chemistry quickly, holding specialized sessions to maximize Hill's effectiveness within the offensive framework. Analysts are considering the psychological advantage Hill brings, predicting that his presence alone could alter opponent preparations and game day strategies. Ultimately, the persistent chatter paints a picture of a team potentially entering a new competitive era, with Hill at the epicenter of a high-octane offensive revolution designed to propel the Commanders toward the postseason and beyond. Speculation about Tyreek Hill's contractual details has fueled endless rumors, with insiders hinting at performance incentives, guaranteed money, and clauses designed to maximize both player motivation and team flexibility. Sources suggest that Hill's historic deal could set a precedent for wide receiver contracts, reshaping expectations across the league. Analysts are debating whether the structure indicates long-term commitment or a calculated gamble to secure immediate impact, while whispers suggest ongoing discussions within the franchise about potential extensions or adjustments based on performance metrics. Fan forums are dissecting every reported figure, imagining the implications for roster construction, salary cap management, and future acquisitions. Rumors indicate that Hill's presence might influence not just on-field performance, but also strategic financial planning, as executives aim to balance elite talent retention with broader roster needs. Social media chatter is alive with debates over comparable contracts and the potential ripple effects across free agency, fueling speculation about other high-profile moves that could follow. Industry insiders are hinting that Hill's deal could inspire future negotiations for similarly elite receivers, setting new benchmarks in terms of compensation, perks, and performance-based rewards. Behind closed doors, whispers suggest careful monitoring of Hill's conditioning, training, and game day contributions to ensure the investment translates into tangible results. Ultimately, the contract rumors reinforce the narrative that Hill's arrival represents a transformative moment, not just for the Commanders, but for the league's evolving landscape of elite talent management and strategic financial planning. Rumors surrounding Tyreek Hill's potential influence on rival teams have started to circulate, with insiders suggesting that opponents are already devising defensive blueprints specifically to counter his speed and playmaking ability. Analysts speculate that divisional matchups may become especially intense as defensive coordinators scramble to anticipate Hill's explosive routes, quick cuts, and deep field acceleration. Whispered discussions indicate that some teams may even adjust their draft strategies or free agent priorities to prepare for the anticipated threat. Fans are engaged in online debates, envisioning thrilling matchups where Hill's presence forces defenses into unprecedented reactive measures. Social media speculation is rife with predictions of highlight reel collisions, last-minute touchdowns, and game-changing sequences influenced directly by Hill's agility and field vision. Industry insiders quietly hint that the ripple effect could extend beyond the field, affecting ticket sales, local media coverage, and even fantasy football strategies as Hill becomes a centerpiece of league-wide attention. Coaches are reportedly holding strategic sessions to simulate potential scenarios, aiming to develop counter strategies while maintaining overall team balance. Rumors also suggest that Hill's signing might inspire rival teams to accelerate their own acquisitions, creating a chain reaction in the off-season market. Ultimately, the persistent chatter paints Hill as a disruptive force whose influence is expected to reverberate throughout the league, compelling everyone from players to executives to rethink conventional approaches. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest that Tyreek Hill's arrival could trigger an evolution in the Commanders' offensive identity, potentially redefining the team's long-term strategy. Analysts speculate that coaching staff are exploring innovative ways to leverage Hill's speed and versatility, including dynamic motion schemes, gadget plays, and split backfield formations. Rumors indicate that Hill may even participate in shaping play designs, offering insights based on his extensive experience at the highest level. Social media forums are flooded with fan-created concepts, from trick plays to deep ball scenarios, reflecting a collective anticipation of Hill's potential to revolutionize the game plan. Insiders hint that the front office sees this as more than just an on-field upgrade, framing Hill as a cornerstone in a multi-year blueprint designed to attract talent, energize fans, and elevate the franchise's national profile. Analysts are discussing whether this strategic shift could influence league-wide trends, with other teams watching closely for creative adaptations. Whispered reports suggest that practice sessions are being tailored to maximize Hill's acceleration, separation, and touchdown potential, reinforcing the perception of a meticulously planned integration. Fans are theorizing about how Hill could impact red zone efficiency, third down conversions, and special teams plays, creating endless speculation about his holistic contribution. Ultimately, these murmurs depict Hill as a transformational figure, potentially reshaping the Commanders' identity, influencing coaching philosophy, and altering competitive dynamics in ways previously unimaginable. The excitement surrounding Tyreek Hill also encompasses potential media narratives, with insiders suggesting that broadcasters, analysts, and sports journalists are already framing his arrival as a pivotal storyline for the NFL season. Rumors hint that highlight packages, pre-game analyses, and post-game breakdowns will increasingly focus on Hill's role, fueling continuous coverage that blends athletic performance with off-field intrigue. Social media speculation suggests that fan engagement could surge, with hashtags, memes, and viral clips proliferating as followers dissect every touchdown, sprint, and dramatic play. Analysts are debating whether Hill's influence could extend to fantasy football dynamics, betting markets, and predictive modeling, creating a web of interconnected narratives across multiple platforms. Whispered chatter indicates that the Commanders' PR team is preparing strategic messaging to capitalize on this media momentum, potentially shaping public perception and brand identity around Hill's electrifying presence. Industry insiders hint that this narrative building could inspire secondary storylines, from player rivalries to divisional showdowns, adding layers of intrigue to each matchup. Fans and commentators alike are projecting Hill's potential to create memorable moments that could define the season, fueling anticipation and speculation. Behind the scenes, coaches and executives are reportedly monitoring how media coverage intersects with performance expectations, ensuring that attention translates into motivation rather than distraction. Ultimately, the swirling rumors and narratives portray Hill as a central figure in a multifaceted storyline, where athletic excellence, strategic planning, and media influence converge to redefine the Commanders' public image and competitive trajectory. Whispers surrounding Tyreek Hill's signing also point to possible long-term legacies, with insiders speculating that his presence could leave an indelible mark on the Commanders' franchise history. Rumors suggest that coaches and executives envision Hill not just as a short-term asset, but as a foundational element in building sustained success, with potential playoff appearances, record-breaking performances, and marquee moments forming. Part of a carefully considered roadmap, analysts are debating whether Hill could redefine the team's identity for years, inspiring future generations of players while setting a benchmark for excellence in speed, technique, and game intelligence. Social media speculation is rife with hypothetical milestones, from career-defining catches to pivotal games that could alter playoff trajectories. Whispered discussions indicate that Hill's influence may extend to mentoring younger talent, shaping practice standards, and instilling a competitive mindset throughout the roster. Industry insiders quietly hint at the possibility of Hill participating in franchise initiatives, promotional campaigns, and community engagement, further embedding his legacy within the organization. Fans are envisioning a season filled with highlight reel moments and dramatic victories, fueled by Hill's signature explosiveness and field vision. Analysts are also exploring how this signing could serve as a model for future elite acquisitions, balancing talent, culture, and market impact. Ultimately, the rumors portray Hill as a transformative figure capable of leaving a lasting imprint, both on the field and across the Commanders' organizational narrative, signaling a potential era of unprecedented excitement and achievement. Finally, speculation about Tyreek Hill's integration into the Washington Commanders continues to dominate conversation, with insiders suggesting that training sessions, strategic planning meetings, and team-building activities are being designed around his arrival. Rumors indicate that the coaching staff is experimenting with diverse formations, routes, and offensive schemes to maximize Hill's unique combination of speed, agility, and field awareness. Analysts are debating the potential impact on overall team efficiency, red zone effectiveness, and third down conversion rates, suggesting that Hill could become the central catalyst in high-stakes situations. Fan chatter is filled with imaginative scenarios, from improbable catches to game-winning drives, reflecting the collective anticipation of Hill's potential to change outcomes instantly. Insider whispers hint at the delicate balance of integrating a superstar while maintaining team chemistry, with leadership strategies being adjusted to accommodate both veteran and rookie perspectives. Social media speculation continues to thrive, fueled by highlight clips, animated GIFs, and detailed statistical predictions that underscore Hill's transformative potential. Industry observers suggest that rival teams may feel compelled to innovate defensively, creating a cascading effect of strategic evolution across the league. Behind closed doors, executives are reportedly considering long-term implications for salary cap management, future acquisitions, and branding opportunities, linked to Hill's marketability. Ultimately, the persistent rumors, insider chatter, and fan-driven speculation coalesce into a narrative portraying Hill not just as a new signing, but as a potentially revolutionary force capable of redefining the Commanders' competitive landscape for seasons to come. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.